Hi friends, welcome to my channel. Uh, Today we are going to discuss how to print a top level view and a bottom level view of a binary tree. So this is just a regular binary tree and not a binary search tree. I just want to mention. So for example, we are given here a binary tree and we want to if we are seeing this binary tree from a top, then how that tree will look like from a top, and if we are standing at the bottom of the tree and looking at the tree, then how will that tree will look like. So we have to print this top level view and a bottom level view of a binary tree. So I implemented both top level view and bottom level view, but before that I just want to discuss a little bit of how we can implement it. So, basically, to implement it, we have to, calculate the distance of the nodes from the root. So, for example, the we will calculate the distance on a one level unit. So, for example, for a root 200, the distance from the if we have a imaginary line here, and if we are calculating a distance, then the distance is 0. If we go left, then distance from the root level is -1, and if we go right side, it will be +1. So that's why for this node 4 it is -1, and for the node 400 it is a +1. Similarly, if we traverse from a root from node 40 towards node 20, then it is -1 plus 1 and it becomes 0. If we go from 20 to 80, it is 0 plus 1, it is 1. And from 80 to 10, it is 1 minus 1 is 0. And 80 to 60, it is 1 plus 1 is 2. So you can see that the nodes 200, node 20 and node 10, they are on the same level, because so they are one below other. So when we are looking it from the top, then we will only see 200 and not 20 and 10, because they will be below 200. So what when we are looking it from a top, then what we will be seeing is like node 40, then node 200, then node 400, and then node 60. So so let's just discuss, how the implementation works for the top level view. So I just created first a class node to capture the nodes of a binary tree. It has a value and a left side node and a right side node. And I just the same tree that I was showing you, I have just depicted here, so for testing purpose. So we will be using a queue to, to traverse the tree and to keep the nodes actually, um, and keep the distance, horizontal distance of the nodes. So first we will be putting the root level node here in the queue, so its distance is 0. And then while the queue has some elements, we will just be looping it, and then we will pull the element from the queue. And if we also creating a map to capture the node and its levels. So if there is no node for that level, then we will put it into the map, and then we will go on to the left side and we will put the left side node here, and we will decrement the distance by 1, because we are going on the left side. And if we are going on the right side here, then we will increment the distance from that node's root basically. So as you can see here, so if we are going left, then we will decrement the distance by 1. If we are going right, then we will increment the distance by 1. And this is applicable for all the nodes actually. So as you can see in the map, then first, first we will encounter 200, so we will put 200 in the map. Then we will encounter when we go left, we will encounter 40, so we will put 40 into the map, because we don't have any node for the -1 key. When we go right side, we will encounter 400, so there is no key, there is no value in the map for key 1, so we will add 400. when we go right side and when we are looking at this node 20 of node 40, then we already have a put key 200 for the level 0. So we will not be putting anything because we already have key for the node for the distance 0. So similarly, when we are looking at 80, we already have put a key 400 for distance 1, so we will not be overwriting it, so we will keep it 400. And then for 60 there is no key, so we will add this 60 into the map. So um, so that's pretty much it. Once we are done, we will just print the map entries and it will depict the top level view. So let me just run the program and show you how the, so you will see like says 40, 200, 400 and 60. So if you are looking it uh, here, then you will see the same thing, like 40, then 200, then 400 and then 60. So that is what we are seeing here. So that is what we are seeing here when we run the program. So another question what we want to discuss on the same for the same tree is, now we are standing at the bottom of the tree and we are looking from the bottom upwards to the tree. Then what we will be seeing actually? So that is called as a bottom level view. So in that case, it is almost similar to the top level view implementation. The only thing is, in the top level view implementation, whenever we find a key into the map, for example, if we find a 200 key for the 0th key, when we find a 200 node, then we will not override this with 20 node, or we will not override it with a 10 node. But in case of bottom level view, we will actually override, because we want to make that for example 10 in this case should appear when we are looking this tree from the bottom upwards, right? So we will overwrite it. So in this case, when you look at this tree from bottom upward, then you will see 40, then you will see 10, then you will see 80, and then you will see 60. So in this case, you will not see 20 and 200 because you are looking at the bottom. So first thing you see is 10, so these will be overlapped actually by 10, and you will see 80 here, and not 400. 400 will be overlapped by 80 because you are looking it from the bottom. So the same similar implementation I have, it's almost like similar to the top level implementation, but this the only difference you will see here is the map. So we are not checking if we have a entry for that distance or not. We will just always override the entry because we actually want to capture the view from the bottom level. So we want to override the entry even if there is any entry. So let me just run this program and show you the bottom level view. Is this shows 40, 10, 80 and 60. So if you look at here, you will see 40, 10, 80 and 60. So this is a bottom level implementation. So this approach is same. We will use map, we will use queue, and we will capture the distance of all the nodes when we are when we are putting it into the queue. So for example here, for root we are putting a 0 distance, and when we are going a left, then we will decrement the distance by 1, and if we are going right, we will increment the distance by 1, which is the same thing that we have discussed here. So these questions are asked in the interview sometimes, and sometimes tricky, if we don't know it already. So I just thought that I'll share my solutions with you. I will put the code into my GitHub account and I'll share the link below the video. Thank you for watching.